So it is a brand new week in Forza Horizon 5. Now this M600 you'll see a video of next week, but I just have this in the intro to prove a little bit of a thing of what we're doing, because we are looking at yet another Noble today, although this time it's on the car pass. Right here it is the Noble M400 from 2006. Now a while ago I was actually lucky enough to see one of these in person. It was a very long time ago, and I don't know if I have a photo of it, but I was able to see one of these in person. It is a beautiful car, so we're going to go ahead and view this car in the auto show, and we're going to take a look at what we can do with it today in terms of customization and colours and literally everything under the sun. However, to start off with, we do have some different colours. We've got our stock bluish sort of colour, we've got a black, we've got a white, which looks very nice, we have a red, which is, well, it's okay. We've got a deep blue, sort of blue, which, oh, well, I actually kind of like that. And we have this kind of silver. Well, I apologize, man. It's not actually white. This one's more like a silver, but the way I have my screen, it looked white. Oops. Because if I were to paint it white, it would look like that. Oh well. We're gonna stick with, I think, this color to start with, and we're gonna go and probably drive it stock. But before we do that, let's go take a look at the upgrades. So here is our Noble M400. Now if we go out to conversion, but before we do that, actually very quickly, let's take a look and listen to this thing. I can't speak words, but let's see how it sounds. Not bad. Okay, so we'll go into conversion and we'll see. Oh wow. We've got a 6.2 litre V8, a 3 litre V8 racing, we've got a racing 7.2 litre, a racing V12, a racing V6, and a racing V6 twin turbo. I have a feeling I know exactly which engine this is, and we're going to come back to that in a little bit, because first we're going to build this thing up to be top of S1 with a little bit of a race build. What do we have? Do we have something for the front? We do, but it's not really nice. Okay. We do have a noble option for the back, which is no wing, but we are going to keep the tiny wing that it does have because stability. This thing starts out on sport tyres, which is interesting. We're going to take that up to a semi-slick, and I think we're going to go for some wider rear tyres, and, well, that's about it really, just slightly wider rear tyres. Exhaust, what do we have? Okay, that does sound nice. That sounds really nice. We'll go and put an air filter on here, and I think, there we go, 510 horsepower. We'll go and do the valves and some turbos, and, well, there's not really much else to do, so I'm going to get on with tuning this thing and making it race ready, and I'll be right back. So we're not quite top of S1, we're just at So we're not quite at the top of S1, we're just at S1 890, but I reckon this should still be pretty good. So here we go with our race. We're doing the Descenso Dorado Sprint, and away we go! We're still wheel spinning, we're in second. Okay, rep in third. Past the BMW, past the Morris got very angry. Past the Caterham, can we get past the Camaro before the turn? No, but we can actually do... But kind of, no, this thing has hideous amounts of understeer. Okay, that's not good. We are also... Oh, okay, I was going to say we're in fourth, but now we're up in third. You know what? I'll take that. I'll roll with it. Let's see what we can do for the rest of this race. So providing you're braking in the right places, this thing's actually pretty good at cornering. But yeah, how's it do through this, which is just straight line speed? Past more Caterhams, we're in first. And that's not even halfway through the race. Well, it is halfway now, but just before halfway we got all the way up into first. And this thing is not stopping. So I'm going to have to make it stop because corners. Up to 95%. Come on, can we get to the line? A slight panic, but yes, that Caterham was very close. But we made it across the line in first with a time of just 1 minute 53. Although it's probably been edited down because video. Okay, that was really good. Well, that was an eventful race for sure. But if we go over to conversion, and this is the bit I've been waiting for, we're going to go down to the Racing V6 Twin Turbo. There's a whole heap of different other engine swaps, but we're going straight to this one because I believe if fully upgraded, this one can be a little bit manic. And by a little bit, I mean a lot more than a little bit. There's only 4 engine upgrades to go with, but we'll go down to twin turbos and let's see. Is it the one I think it is? Oh, this is going to be interesting. So I've now got the Noble, and honestly, I'm a little bit scared, but if we go ahead and try and launch this thing, oh dear. Okay, this thing's really... This is surprisingly fast. Okay. 231 through the camera. This has a lot of potential to be potentially the next fastest drag car in this game. Wow. Right, I'm going to wait till it turns to day again, because it turns night, because apparently I've been upgrading and or waffling too long, and we're going to go and take this thing out on the road and go and see what it can do for its top speed. Right, so we're now at the edge of the motorway, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared of this thing. So away we go with 1,460 brake horsepower. Oh dear. This is going to get real interesting real quick. Pun intended. And I was not lying indeed, 279 through the speed zone. What's it going to do on the downhill? That's going to get really interesting. And speaking of the downhill, we're just coming up to it now. We've got to try and see. I want to try and see if I can get 285 or something. 284. No, 284. 1 mile an hour off. This thing is absolutely crazy. So that's how this thing did with its top speed, which was scary, to say the least. And now if we go and put it back onto semi-slicks, because putting this thing on drift tyres will definitely be a mistake, we're going to go and take this thing and throw it sideways a bit. So here we are now with 1,400 brake horsepower, all-wheel drive, an M400 and a drift zone. So let's go and see. This thing will get 2 runs, as do all of our cars, unless I mess up horrifically, then it'll get a bit more than 2. But on that first run it was around 36,000 points. Wow, okay. This thing is... Honestly, it is the pure embodiment of chaos. If you were to take chaos and put it into a car, this is what it would look like. That's 35,000 back the other way. Not bad. Honestly, this thing, it scares me. But it is so good at the same time. So if you have the car pass, please go and pick up one of these. You will not regret it. 1,400 brake horsepower. It can drift. It is astoundingly fast. I can't speak words. It's honestly... Oh my god, this thing is just... Yeah. I think it's made my brain start buffering. Yeah, this... Oh man. This is a brilliant little addition to the game. I love it. I love it. I love it. And if you pick one up, let me know for yourself what you think to it in the comments. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video, so thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, feel free to go ahead and leave a like and share it with some people, because, yep, the YouTube algorithm likes that kind of stuff apparently, and yes. If you're new, feel free to go ahead and subscribe. There's new videos at least twice a week with an extra upload thrown in at random. Although I'm starting to experiment with a few extra upload days as well, so if you've got any ideas of stuff that you'd like to see made into a video, let me know in the comments. And yeah, feel free to actually go ahead and leave a comment. I love to read them. I try to reply to as many. Feel free to go ahead and leave a comment. I love them. I try to reply to as many as I possibly can. This thing is... Oh god, this car is mind-bending and mind-breaking. It is fantastic. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to go and drive this thing to oblivion. Goodbye. Tech out. Okay, so after filming, I noticed the back of this thing looks very similar to the Russian Q1.